what's the YouTube? What's the Twitch? And barcode and for this live stream. Um, do you think the Ant-Man movie, the new one that's coming out, this month, next month, puts the big pose to change the future for Marvel, just for the better and just for the worse? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Yeah. The life of this Ant-Man movie, I think it might change some engines and stuff like that. And bad thing about it is just I'm not sure if the fans of Disney is ready for some of the endings to change from their favorite movies, because Ant-Man um went inside the quantum realm and did something, and plus the Guardians movie seeing like it might be serious, but and for Adam Warlock, I'm not even sure his future this after that movie, because think about shooting his appearance might be just a one-time thing, and that's a bad thing about it. And plus that Adam Warlock should have been in Fantasy War and Endgame as part of the people fighting them. In my opinion, Adam Warlock should have been teased up in. Let me see. He should have been teased just before Infinity War, which he was in Guardians 2. But it seemed like Kevin Feige didn't use him, which kind of confused me, in my opinion. And that's kind of like my opinion, what I think about it. That's kind of like the bad thing about it and stuff like that. But that's just me. And kind of like the bad thing that and can you notice that the wait a minute, I'll be back. I'm back. I just said help out the family real quick. And kind of like in my opinion, did you notice that the Flash trailer just had explained more? Do you notice that the Flash trailer had just explain more about the multiverse, just in a whole movie, just by Spider-Man No Way Home in 2 or 3 hours?
Yeah, yeah, good point. Yeah, I mean, the Flash movie trailer did more explain than the multiverse from Spider-Man No Way Home. Yeah.
Yeah, because think about for me, right? My hype was for the Spider-Man movie, just
Explaining,
like
right?
how smart it is in different ways. Because we know Toby is smart and Andrew is certain ways, and Andrew's smart than Toby in certain
Right.
ways, and Tom Holland is smart in certain ways. And
Yeah.
for this should have showed that in this movie, in the No Way Home movie. Because you put three of the smartest Spider-Mans in one movie, and you don't show how smart they is, unless in one sequence they're doing a tour, some kind of cure, and that's it.
Right.
Come on now.
Yeah.
And because we all know Spider-Man just like to give the advice, just the other Spider-Man just how to fight certain villains. and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
especially Toby, because we know Toby is more helpful just than Andrew dealing with helping people dealing with dangerous enemies like he did with Venom in his
Right.
movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for the child like for me in No Way Home, they were concentrating just on Andrew. I said, wait a minute, I like Andrew, but
Yeah.
that's what the
Ne-
Andrew is not the Spider-Man that you should be concentrating on. You should be concentrating on Toby.
that's true. Yeah.
And plus that after the movie, everybody asked for Spider-Man 3 and Amazing Spider-Man because that's what I had to go in the comments and tell people and tell them, have you seen Amazing Spider-Man movies? It's not that good. The first one was cool, but the second one was not the best.
Right.
And you try to make a third one of that? That would that would really kill the franchise.
That's true. Yeah.
You, you can't make Amazing Spider-Man. You can't make Amazing Spider-Man 3 just with Gwen Stacy dying.
No.
Because he go back, they gotta have to show Gwen Stacy alive when she go back after there's No Way Home thing.
That's true. Yeah.
And that's kind of like my thing, in my opinion, though, about that. And did it update the, just the Ant-Man reviews and stuff?
I saw the trailer and not trailer. I saw the leak footage of it, and there was some opinion about it. Yeah. People hating it so bad. Yeah.
That because the thing about for me, that's kind of a shock because if you look at it, Marvel movies usually get more love than even
That's true.
if the
Yeah.
movie is average.
Yeah. People hype up the movie, but yeah.
Yeah, and that be the thing that I don't that that's I just don't like about the crowd about Marvel movies and stuff like that. They kind of
Right.
hype up the smallest stuff in the movie.
That's true. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
it it could be just a 5 second clip, just in a post
At
credit. This
least.
them.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just the best movie in the world. I say that's not the best movie in the world because that's what I not seen the movie. It's just an
Yeah.
average good movie.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah.
And kind of like, be, because last time I went for hype, that shoot, I went in with hype with this was Captain Marvel, just everybody hyping up and stuff like that.
Right.
I said, well, I'm in theaters, look at it,
Good.
man.
Right.
I was had. I said, God, uh, I
Uh,
listen, I listened to the critics, and that's what the after. And the bad thing about that, after
mm,
that, I didn't listen to another Marvel critic again, just after that movie, because that just showed me that that, that those critics don't got no uh, time for shows and stuff because it was a DC Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman movie. They were like critique that movie to a T. See the editing good and stuff like that.
right. Yeah.
And that's dealing with the critics sometimes.
Mm,
Be, because it kind of seemed like the critics just got favorites just with Disney seemed like
right. Yeah.
and and dealing with DC, yeah, they claim to be so how can I say this in order and so fair about it,
Right.
and their critiques be over the smallest thing.
Yeah.
Because you look at Captain Marvel mess ups and CGI they have messed up some of the way.
Yeah. I see.
You
Yeah.
don't hardly see it up in a critic review. You don't see that at all.
No.
Because that's what at the time I was looking at it. everybody was calling it the best Marvel movie when it came out. That Captain Marvel movie,
At the time, be the best movie, Marvel movie, right?
and that went and that was my hype coming into the movie, and
Right,
stuff like that.
right.
Because I really trusted the critics on that.
Hmm.
But I went into the movie, man. I was mad.
Right.
I
Yeah,
was mad, bro.
yeah. They shouldn't hype up the movie. Shouldn't
Yeah,
really
they have about the movie so much that
not
I
put effort
went.
into work. Right.
Yeah, because think about it, shoot, the Black Panther movie got hyped. And that's what
Uh,
the first
the
Black
first one is
Panther.
OG. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the first one, man, that jump was
It's,
good.
oh yeah, watch it on theater. So good.
Yeah, yeah. And years down the line, that movie's still good. It,
Of course,
Wakanda Forever cannot
can't
cannot
be
stand the time. It
cannot
can't.
replace that. No, it can't be replaced. The first one, no. The first one always have to come the good one.
Yeah, because the thing about my opinion that messed up that movie, I think the thing messed up that movie is them not recasting T'Challa, in my opinion.
I mean, I see why it cannot reach out because Ray disrespecting people in the fan Marvel film. That's why, yeah. I
But
see why
but
not recasting some
yeah,
people.
because if you look at it, they always recast the big characters. It's not like Superman, Batman,
That's
and
true,
they
yeah.
is way bigger than Black Panther.
Right.
If those characters could be replaced, I know Black Panther could be recast. And, and, and for the thing about it, Chadwick brothers say they could have recast if they want to. His family said it,
Yeah, if I'm saying, yeah. They don't want to disrespect the name of it, that's why, yeah.
but but that's what this the thing.
Yeah.
If the man family giving you permission just to recast, just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it because that's what the man family is saying it right now. They could have recast just for Wakanda Forever. And
Right.
Ryan Coogler talking about some he was too emotional. He wasn't to recast. I look at that statement. I say this is a business, and especially a character sound like Black Panther. On the story wasn't even getting started, and you telling me
Right.
that you can't recast? You not a good business person,
Yeah, I see that, yeah.
in my opinion. Because you supposed to be a business person to deal with money, and and plus you try to make steal your money, and you tell me that you too emotional. Recast, I probably fire him. I hate to say it, probably fire him.
Yeah, that's pretty nice, yeah.
Because you can't be emotional with characters that could be replaced. And Chadwick died. That was bad. Everything he died and stuff like that. But shoot, come on now. This should have recast.
I see why you're paying one recast for it. For me, I don't want to receive retrievable and recast because, let me think
Hmm.
about, because I, on, I don't want to
Oh yeah.
see Chadwick. Well, let me first. You don't want. I don't see him Chadwick recast because he's a very iconic character. Though you see him replaced, and that is when how he get rid of the storyline. That is why. So, yeah.
Oh, 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 okay. Hmm. Okay. I understand. Yeah. I would like to see a storm come in.
I agree. Yeah.
And because you look at it, shoot, they put you a storm, a storm plus Black Panther type
Right.
thing and stuff like that.
Right. Yeah.
and because it kind of seemed like to me that Marvel wanted to go the all female route, and that kind of like disappoint me in a way.
Right.
Because it seemed like Marvel just been doing it just for like how can I say this? Just for agenda points, just for groups of
Yeah.
people instead of them just trying to make the best movie possible and stuff like that.
Right.
Because you look at it, sure they talking about some that X Men's could wait. They're making the mutants like you say, it's still making the mutants instead of the X Men's, which I
Right.
don't like the name. Because like the best selling book is named the X Men's in the group and stuff
Right.
like that. Because they tried the mutants thing on the comic book thing, it didn't work out.
Right. Right.
And plus, people wasn't buying it because think about people thought it was a new group because you see mutants on it, and people wouldn't know it's the X Men unless you advertise it and stuff like that.
Right.
And that's kind of like the bad thing about it in a way. That's kind of the bad thing about it in a way, in my opinion. But but like in my opinion, I understand the reason why they didn't recast them. But the thing about me is the shoe. I still would have recast them if I was the director. Because the
Right.
thing about for me is like so
Great
I'm
point.
not.
I see.
I,
Good.
I'm kind of like emotional over characters sometimes, and actors who play a part. Sound like John Wick. That is Keanu Reeves. Neo. That is Keanu Reeves.
Right.
The big old equalizer. That is Denzel Washington. Because you can't really replace it unless you reboot the whole thing.
Right.
Those is characters like that.
He never gets
And
old.
for the thing about it, yeah, and for the thing about it, why don't Marvel think original ideas make money? So if you look at it, John Wick, the Equalizers, those two, those two franchises was original, new, and but they made money in the theaters. And and, and wouldn't that get Marvel just to do different stuff? In my opinion.
Probably the right. Another one you use. They can't think of new ideas, so you use from the comics. They're adapted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can see. Yeah.
yeah. Because so you look at it, shoot, the John Wick series was a movie first, then it made it into a comic.
Right.
Now, if Hollywood get it, make your own original story that's actually good without agenda, and people actually go to it. And put the
Right.
John Wick series and Equalizer series with Denzel Washington actually good.
Yeah.
And plus like Aquaman too, because look at that was a real different take on Aquaman, and plus it made $1 billion, like the Marvel movie that put came out that month.
Right. Yeah.
And that was the shocking thing about that, be- because I thought the Aquaman movie just made about 700 million,
Right.
750 million dollars, and that's it.
Yeah.
That movie made over $1 billion, and that really surprised me in a way.
Yep.
And and kind of like I think the Flash movie could make eight hundred to $1 billion. I think
Yeah. I can see that.
because you look at it, it got all the Batmans in it. Ben Affleck, they got Michael Keaton, they got the two Flashes, they got Michael Shannon, they got Fiora and stuff like that who was in it. Just say she was in it.
Right.
If big old Fiora in it, that will mean that the two Flashes got to deal with Zod um, by themselves, and Supergirl got to deal with Fiora, in my opinion.
Right.
Because the thing about are both of them fast, and the first thing, and plus, both of them could deal with each other. It's time for speed and hit because those two are just about the same. Because everybody she couldn't handle Clark in her hand. She had to use speed against Superman up in that first movie. Fiora because they she already knew if she would have tried to go head to head just with that Superman Clark Kent who been on Earth for just for a long time, it would have been a problem.
Right. Yeah.
And trying to the website. Shoot. I hope I am wrong about the descent on Rotten Tomatoes. I think or something like that. Just for the Ant-Man movie.
Right.
I just hope it's higher. Just to give people a chance.
Talk about it. Yeah.
And that is like regular. Yeah. Rotten Tomatoes. And plus the website. I really don't trust Rotten Tomatoes top for DC movies. I really don't trust it.
Right. Yeah.
Because like the other websites, I try to trust them more than that.
Right.
The critics give it a 48%, and the audience give it an 85%. Wait a minute now. These is the same audience that keep. These be the same audience that be like complaining that just by years down the line talk some with Marvel it's too kiddie, but you giving the movies 85% online as an audience member.
Yeah, it's weird.
That's the problem with my Marvel movies. I just don't trust sometimes they deal with the audience.
Right.
Oh, and for the Ant-Man and Wasp, give it 48%. God, no.
Jeez.
40%.
Wow.
Somebody messed up just on CGI or something.
I mean,
to be that low.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah.
Wait a minute. And plus, one of the person who give it a fresh. That's not like a backhanded comment. They say Quantum is a mid-tier MCU film with a decent enough battle sequence and some nifty visuals. We're here for the popcorn movie enjoyment, watching Paul Rudd, etc. do this thing once again, the little guy in the game country. Wait a minute now. You're calling the movie mid-tier, but you also talk about some, is this a decent enough fight scenes?
What?
That's bad. Just decent enough.
Go ahead.
This also decent enough, but the thing is, it sounds like they spend all that money just on CGI.
Yeah. CGI and cursing too.
Yeah, because the fight scene should be better than decent enough.
That's true.
And they tell us something mid tier. I know what's coming now. I know what's coming. It's coming for the audience members who don't even read Ant-Man comics. They're gonna say the movie's good. I bet you. I bet you right now that's what's coming. They gotta say the Ant-Man movie was good. It was funny. It was entertaining. Just ask them one thing: what's the purpose of the movie? They can't even tell you that. The general audience members and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the bad thing that I don't like them. Because you're supposed to be supposed to be you're supposed to be the movie that moved the universe for just to like introduce Kane, a big villain. And you telling me that the fight scenes are just mid tier? Man, that's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Yeah.
Because your positive comments should not be saying it's mid tier.
Gotcha, yeah.
it should be saying it's good, entertaining, and everything else. It shouldn't be saying it's mid-tier. And that's the bad thing about y'all like half the time is dealing with they deal with Marvel fans because he,
That's
he,
true.
because they won't listen to reason. Some of them
That's true.
they
Yeah,
will
that
not
was his
listen
reason for it. Right.
because I'm stuck as man. They would call you biased. They would call you a hater. They would call you just jealous. I keep on saying, wait a minute now. I am not jealous of just a mid tier movie. I'm just telling you that the movie mid tier because I saw the movie.
Right, it's your opinion. You just saw the movie.
Yeah, saw like Eternals. It was a long mid tier movie. Just
Right.
just a C plus movie.
I mean, that's it. Yeah, it is C plus movie. Yeah.
Because the thing about it is shoot that just the Eternals I saw in the comics and the Eternals I saw in the movie, it's
Way
nowhere
different.
like it's
Right.
nowhere like and that what brought down the grade for me because then like if I didn't do my research on the characters, I probably would have give the movie a B.
Right.
But the thing is, shoot, I did my research on the characters.
Way different from like the comic book counterpart.
Yeah, and kind of like the movie stuff just don't match up. The movie thing don't even try to match up to the and that's kind of like the bad thing that I don't like just
Yeah.
about. And Kevin Feige don't even try to put the accurate stuff just like comic books in his movies sometimes.
Yeah.
He try to make his own stuff seem like to me. It's his own lore he mixed in, and he try to stay comfortable with that comic. But the question I want to ask is sound like why he made the last two Thor movies a joke
Yeah. I know why.
because then that would have been my question about the last two Thor movies. I would have said why you made them a joke and plus the stories that on the last two stories who he made a joke is not actually a joke in the comic book.
Yeah. It's
In
weird.
the animated movie I saw, man, the animated movie I saw, a Thor right around, man, that jump was serious. That jump was serious when I saw. Be- Because the animated Thor movie is better than the two Thor movies
Right.
that we saw right now. So you look at movie for movie. Because you look at the Man of Steel, the one that Zack Snyder made, it's way better than the two Thor movies.
That's true. Yeah.
And people like to complain about Zack Snyder's Superman movie,
That's true.
and
Yeah.
they don't in my opinion complain about the on the Thor movies. I know they're biased. I know they're a Marvel fan,
Yeah.
and that's kind of like the bad thing, which I
Yeah.
learned from the MCU fans and stuff like that. Because
Right.
you can't really how can I say this have a civil conversation just with some of them
Right.
because they get mad at you.
That's true. Yeah.
Um, wait a minute. They said the on the person name they give it a fresh.
Mm-hmm.
On the person name Richard Whitaker.
Oh.
He said quantum realm goes big, but it never forgets that Ant-Man that's our guy, and that's a lie. That's a
Wow.
that's a
Wow.
that's a lie because that's what if you look at the trailer is practically introducing King to us in a trailer.
Yep. That's true. Yeah. But we did say it's King Loki, but different version of King. So yeah.
Yeah, that's
In
the thing.
our time.
Oh,
So yeah. And our Marvel universe. So yeah.
and that's what, and that's the thing. Kane should have been a secret just from people who don't go inside theaters, and that's what you just see him right then.
That's true. At least keep a secret villain, but you just spoil like the plot of the movie.
sound like DC did just with Starro. Remember DC didn't even show Starro inside the
Right.
trailer just for the
Right.
second Suicide Squad movie.
Right. Yeah.
They didn't even show that Starro just was the villain.
Yeah.
We found out inside the theaters, and we were shocked. And but that's what it, it was actually a good thing.
Yeah. Because keep it secret to enjoy it.
Yeah. And this man's line when he said um that the movie is not Forget My Ant Man. If you look at that trailer is all about King. It's not about Ant Man.
No.
And plus the person was caused it was Scott's daughter because she built some type of
Beacons
some,
device.
yeah, and that was the dumbest thing she could have did.
That's
In
true.
my
Yeah.
because they were, she just built a machine that she didn't even do no research on. I said, why are you building machines that can go inside another realm and you don't even do no research?
Yeah.
Yeah, you shouldn't be doing no. You shouldn't be building no machine based on no type of research you got.
Yeah. Putting,
And
putting
and
up.
that's kind of, and that's kind of the bad thing that I don't like about the movie sometimes. That on the MCU, sometimes it sounds like they leave plot holes
That's true. Yeah.
because you look at Avengers, shoot, where did Tasari went? Tasari
Right.
inside that one mothership.
Right.
Because we know inside Avengers movie,
Right.
it was more than one mothership.
Right.
And where was the other one? Like in Avengers 2, Ultron. I know Ultron did because of Vision. Because think about it if it wasn't for Vision being up in Avengers 2, that movie would have been just another average MCU movie. But think about
Right. Right.
Vision actually saved that movie.
That's true. Yeah.
And kind of like the somebody else said, Emily Zimmer by the Absorber, the newspaper.
Right.
It's not. It sounded like a she. She said, "Unto me, one of Marvel, Douglas, and most unnecessary movies today." We said this because you remember the last movie that the last trailer, just the last live stream and stuff like that, and
Right.
um just when the Marvel just had announced it, we said that this movie was unnecessary.
Right. It
We
is
said
necessary.
we said this, and this person, Emily Dimler, just had confirmed this our suspicions.
Yep. The
This
movie is
movie,
way worse.
yeah, and she worked for the newspaper.
Yeah.
She worked for the newspaper, and she forced to do this.
Yep.
If she don't like it, it's bad.
Yep.
Sorry,
So,
guys, I was a little bit
yeah.
late.
Oh no, no, you good. I think there's another big. Oh yeah, oh yeah. I I think there's another big bad pulling the strings behind the scenes, and do not believe King the Conqueror. Okay, okay. If King the Con,
Um, all right,
if
if King the Conqueror isn't the main villain of this phase, then could it be they're working towards like Galactics or Galactus?
it might be Galactus or or just if they put in the X Men's, it could be Mr. Sinister.
Yeah, that's possible. Because I know that they're trying to redeem that,
Yeah, and
trying to redeem the Fantastic Four from. Don't get me
yeah.
wrong, the old Fantastic Four was pretty good.
Oh yeah, I like the first one, and plus in the
The
second
one
one,
with
I like
Jessica Alba.
yeah. No, I talked about the one just with Jessica Alba and all was in it. Jessica
Yeah.
Alba. Oh yeah, I like that one. And plus the second one of that series was good too.
Oh yeah. They
But
had a good cast for that.
yeah, but the only thing that killed that movie just was the Galactus Cloud. The Galactus Cloud killed that whole movie
Yeah,
at the
that's
end.
the only bad thing.
Because think about for me, if they didn't have made that decision to make Galactus a cloud, that movie would have been a good one too. That would have been good one too
Yeah.
if they wanted to do
Oh,
it.
get this. KJ is also on Twitch too.
Oh
Phantom Son.
yeah.
Yeah, he's also on Twitch as well.
Oh okay. Be,
Yeah,
oh shit.
I
Because they,
stopped by to see him before I came in into the live stream,
Oh,
and
that's awesome.
we were just chatting. It was nice to actually talk to the guy. Yeah, because he's actually the one that's making my armor. This is the armor that I'm gonna be wearing.
oh that look good. That look good.
This will be like my this will be my ranger form. The
Yeah.
other form will be known as a vigilante form.
Okay. Dark Age. If you want to come in, that you could.
Yeah,
Because
Dark Sage.
Yeah, join us.
Go ahead. I'm I'm willing to hear anyone's input.
yeah, and he also said, "Call me crazy, you want," but I think Sony. Oh, wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. If Sony lend Carnage inside the MCU, that will force Peter Toby Toby Spider Man to come back. Because we all know that Andrew Spider Man just can't deal with it because he never dealt with a Venom. It was Toby was the only one that did it. And Lucy do the on the maximum oh, if they do the maximum Carnage one, I think in my opinion that'd be a good thing. I think in my opinion. Because that maximum how can I say it? That maximum storyline they got with everything they got, man, and Carnage is a killer. It called Cassius. I think his name Cassius, right?
Yes.
Uh,
Cletus.
uh,
Cletus.
Cletus
Cletus.
Cassidy.
Yeah.
Okay. And put there for me, um, uh, and, and plus we all know that Cassius and Kane just don't get along. If we see him as Carnage and Kane fighting, that'd be a good fight too. Because that'd be a real good fight. I think, in my opinion, and that'd be a good thing. Well, I think, in my opinion, if they could show Carnage inside the MCU, but the only thing I scared for MCU do is just like the dumb down. It's just to dumb down their villains. Because like the only villain they didn't dumb down was the Winter Soldier when he was evil. The Winter Soldier was a problem, and
Yeah,
Winter Soldier in Civil War when he was evil, he was a problem. And and, and Zemo and plus like in Zemo Civil War just had disappointed me because they might show he couldn't fight. I said, wait a minute now. Up in the Marvel comic books,
in the comics, he was able to fight though.
yeah, he was a fighter. I don't get the reason why Marvel go the way of him just be a thinker and not a fighter. He should have been both because in the comics he both. Because you can't bring in Taskmaster right now beside the MCU because think about it.
Well, didn't they have a Taskmaster and Black Widow though?
That was the
Yeah.
prequel. That was the prequel before the first Avenger.
Oh,
That what they say.
What the Black Widow film?
Yeah, that was a prequel film, a
I
origin
thought that
film.
was supposed to be the prequel to what's it say? Uh, Endgame.
But they said
But she
that
was
was an
wearing
origin
that
film.
jacket.
I
They,
mean, yeah.
but they said
I
it was
mean,
an origin film. I think they did.
I cleaning a part of the end game before it happened. Yeah.
Because they said that was an origin film for her to get her way out. I think something like that. Uh, Out of her contract, that she was getting paid about $50 million. I think. Just for the last two films, I think, and plus the MCU just wanted to do that film real quick, just to get her out and save money. And plus, we seeing right now, how they doing without Black Widow, without Iron Man, without Captain America,
They're
and
kind of looking for actual entertainment,
yeah,
basically.
yeah, and kind of like for me, if they doing the Blade movie and stuff like that, if they gonna do rated R, should they need like they need to show Blade working for Deacon Frost first. Then he work
Yep.
against some because like up in the comic books he used to work for Deacon Frost. He was younger, and they need to show that as part of his origin. Because you look at on the Wesley Snipe Blade just had allude to that in his movie and stuff like that, and his fights was good. Because you look at it, some of the Blade fight scenes is better than some of the Marvel fight scenes today, and that's sad. And, and, and,
Yeah.
and this 2023, because you look at it, Blade was the one, West Snake was the one who made Blade 1 and 2,
Right.
and Marvel messed up the third one. And what would make Marvel think to put the movie PG-13? What made them do that?
I don't know.
Because the first two movies was rated R, and people was actually going to the theaters and looking at it. And just when the third one came out, people found out it was bad, and people didn't even hardly see it. They saw it, but it wasn't as much as the first two. And that's the thing I like with Marvel sometimes, because they try to lighten everything up. They try to make everything jokes, but you can't do that for all these characters. And that's kind of the thing that I don't like half of the time. I don't deal with Marvel. They try to make everything PG-13, and you can't do that. You can't make all characters PG-13 who make the B rated R.
Yep.
Because the Moon Knight show should have been rated R, but it didn't even show no blood in it, honey.
Nope.
Be,
Just probably showed a madman going crazy.
yeah, because the Moon Knight character, shoot, he's not, he's not a nice character. Just when he changed, he's a killer when he changed. And that what the Marvel fans don't get, because the Marvel fans tell us Moon Knight is pretty funny in this show. I'm looking at them from the outside. I say Moon Knight, in my opinion, just don't tell jokes. He don't. He do not tell jokes. None of Moon Knight personality tell jokes. But they kill us, but they don't tell jokes and stuff like that.
Yep.
And that's kind of like the one thing that I just don't get from Marvel, because they try to do it for the kids. Also, the kids I look at them. I say, the kids, in my opinion, should not be looking at Moon Knight.
No. If
Yeah,
anything, they should be looking towards like Spider-Man at at the
Yeah,
least.
yeah. Spider Man, Miss Marvel, She Hulk, those characters they probably can look at, but that's what Moon Knight and Blade. Those that kids can look at Blade anyway. You tell them no or
Like
not.
Layden and Captain, well, Blade and freaking uh and Moon Knight are meant for like adults, and same with Captain America.
Yeah, and cause you heard about the on the Netflix show the Avatar Airbender on Netflix.
Uh,
That
yeah, I've heard something.
it's a series on it, and so they finally found their composer when they just got me doing the music
Um,
because they found the person that do the music the same thing as the show because they found it, and that's pretty much a good thing in my book. I think in my opinion that's actually a good thing to find a person that could find like the same music that's in the show that dealing with the Avatar show everything like that because we know Avatar and put the last Airbender got a certain type of music and stuff like that,
yeah.
and plus we all know that if the music bad, if the action good and the music bad, man, that whole scene is messed up. That whole scene is messed up
Yeah.
because they got the whole cast already. They got the cast, and plus I think the music was the last piece of the puzzle they needed to finish it up. Because think about it, up in anime and a cartoon, such a music could make or break a cartoon or some kind of anime.
Oh yeah.
Because we all there were anime shows, shoot, a music, is the music bad? Shoot, that whole scene look bad. And plus they got and these is all the tribes that's in the Netflix series dealing with the Avatar thing. The first part, they got
Yeah.
the Water tribe, they got the Earth tribe, they got the Fire Nation, and they got the Spirit World. Those the only that those is the tribes, everything like that. That's in the whole universe thing so far. They're doing the Avatar
Yeah.
because we know the Airbenders came back that after the Fire Nation was defeated. That after the last episode, be, because it said that the Airbender tribe just came back about years down the
Well,
line.
that was thanks to the that entire thing with Korra releasing the spirits.
Yeah, and that had gained just some training too. Just after the Wind tribe came back, because shoot, after he got grown, shoot, he still was fighting some of the Fire tribe people to say because we all know that the Fire tribe just don't stop just after one defeat though. We all know this.
Yep.
Because the Fire tribe is sneaky and they'll try to kill you. And Zuko, in my opinion, was one of my favorite characters up in that
Oh yeah, she was also more mine too.
because shoot because the character growth he went through for him to switch sides like that, man, shoot, that jump took courage and everything else like that, in my opinion.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
um, because we know the Fire Nation just would kill people that were traitors most of the time.
Yep.
If they try to switch. and for him to be able to switch sides and live, I know that sucker had to have some power. He had to have power. He had to have power above him. Now, to be able to stay alive all that time and help Aang out at the same time,
Yep.
and kind of like Toph was a problem too. I like her too. Toph, that was
Oh
in
yeah.
Everton.
Yeah.
Toph was a really good character too. I like too. But
Actually,
think about it.
one of the people that I follow
Yeah,
actually does love skits like as being top in her skits, and that's the only Brett wrote. The only Brett.
yeah.
Yeah, she does her skits, but she's also a fan of like Ten too.
You talking about the twins?
Yeah.
Oh man. Um, kind of like the on the Toph character. Like I think Aang had more than one wife too, because think about it. Toph had a child just by somebody, and plus Kiara. I said, wait a minute now. Both of their kids looking alike. They look similar.
Yeah.
Be, be, because you notice that that Toph never told who 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 was the father of her child. I think it was Aang, because she never told Kiara that she had a child. Remember, they got grown and stuff like that. Then Kiara just find out when she got older, everything else like that.
Right.
Because the thing about, yeah, and put the thing about the Korra series just had disappointed me. Did y'all like the Korra series, the Avatar Korra series? Did y'all like it?
Yeah, I have. I have. I've watched it at least a few dozen times. I
Yeah,
did. The only thing that kind of irritated me was, uh, it seemed like the chick that was with Bolin was
yeah,
should have been the actual Avatar instead of Korra.
y- yeah, yeah. I thought the same thing.
Opal,
You and me both.
Opal, because tell truth,
Yeah,
I had a thing for Opal too. Don't get me wrong, I had a
that
thing for Opal.
and put the thing about Korra, it sounds like they changed her. They changed her sexuality at the end of the show. I say
Yeah, I
it
know.
was nowhere. It was nowhere in the show in the beginning, in the middle, and towards the end saying that she would that 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 her preference
Yep.
had changed. Nowhere. And that what the show failed because the show because the show, in my opinion, will keep on showing how could I say bias all the time.
Yep.
And they were going SJW, and that was the person who wrote the comic or something like that. They wanted to put their political agenda in it, and but that's what I could have tell throughout the show.
Yep. I noticed that right away.
And plus the thing about it, everybody who like Korra had the nerve to say that Aang couldn't beat the people in Korra universe. I look at them, I say the Fire Lord will serve up most of them people in Korra universe because they suck. The villains that on the villains is not that powerful in Korra universe compared to Aang. That was a 12-year-old boy who could have died anytime. And Cora was 17. She was almost a grown lady. And you try to tell me and you try to tell me that universe that you claim like that that her big old villains could beat Aang? No, they can't. Because we know Aang would adapt.
Yeah,
Um, Aang adapt just to the opponents. Korra don't. Korra sort of like one of those straight ahead type of people, and that's kind of like the bad thing about Korra because she don't think half of the time. She just like to go straight ahead and
she ran off of instinct.
yeah. And 1010, one of the grown 1010s, I think, saw that had trained Korra. He would keep on
Yeah,
telling her, to think when you fight, think with a clear head, think with a clear head. And throughout the show, she did not listen. If you notice, throughout the show, she did not listen. She would keep on doing the stuff on her own. I keep on saying, how in the world, do you got a teacher that was born from Aang and Kiara, that was Aang's friend at first, just for the water tribe?
I mean,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Katara.
Katara.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you got the son of big old Katara training you, and you got the nerve to say, I would do it on my own. I say, you don't got no respect. You don't got no respect. Marco, did you saw the Korra series, just the Avatar?
The anime series?
Yeah,
Some of it, yeah.
that did you like her character better or just Aang character? Which one you like better?
Uh, Aang better?
Yeah, yeah, shoot, that was mine too. Because you look at Aang was more humble, and
yeah.
he was
I
willing to learn.
I
At least
prefer
he
the
understand his skill
legend
to learn about, yeah.
for Last Airbender
Yeah,
myself.
because you look at Korra was too cocky just for somebody who would can keep on getting beat up just by basic villains. She got beat up by basic villains, man. That wasn't even as powerful just as the Fire Lord. The Fire Lord just would kill her.
Yeah,
The Fire Lord was
the Fire Lord was even infused with the frickin' meteor.
yeah, yeah, and he was moving earth and fire.
Yep.
And some of women, I keep on saying, Cora Cora just would have died. She wouldn't need Aang's spirit to beat him. And and did you notice that big old Cora just had break her spirit connection in the show? I say, how dumb are you? That's your power up. That's your ancestors, man, helping you. And you got nerves they thought something. I break my connection. That was dumb, in my opinion, though.
Yeah.
That was a dumb decision, I think, in my opinion, just as an avatar. And for her, in my opinion, to change her sexuality, she kind of stopped just the avatar bloodline. If you look at it, because the thing about it is, just as the avatar, is her duty to get married, have a child, and just hope the child just got an avatar state. Because that's what all the rest of the avatars did it. They had kids and stuff like that. They grew up. But, but the thing about it, she thinks she's special or something like that.
I understand that.
Because the thing about it, just as an avatar, so you got a big old responsibility on stuff like that. I mean, you got responsibility and stuff like that, man. you have responsibility to have a child, man, because that's what you the avatar, and plus the world might need another one besides yourself. And because we proven that in Korra that they needed somebody else besides her that to fight them villains. And that's kind of like the bad thing, in my opinion, dealing with and some yeah, dealing with Korra. Her villains couldn't even touch the on the Fire Lord, the Fire Lord people. If they were living back then with Aang, because you look at the first village that Aang was in, and Aang
Yep.
was serving up people just with wind. Remember, and these was Earth people that was masters, and he was serving them up. And because you remember the first episode and stuff of this Avatar series, everything like that.
Yep.
He
I
was serving out.
remember.
He was serving out masters just with the first just with wind. And some of Korra villains didn't even have no element, and Korra couldn't even beat them. And that's the bad thing about it, in my opinion. She can't even beat villains without an element. She would get served up with people just with no type of element and nothing, no type of avatar state or nothing. She gets served up by basic people. Because the thing about it, if just an aim where you serve up just by somebody basic, he would have been dead. He would have been dead. Because we all know back in Aang series that he would have tried to be like serve up just by somebody in his series. He would have been dead because the Fire Lord was sending hitmans after just after Aang, that after he found out Aang could control all four elements. He was sending masters and hitmen. Remember, the Fire Lord was getting
Yep.
people, other kingdoms, just to like betray them, just to kill Aang and stuff like that. And these were masters, and he was serving up just with two elements. And and put the thing about it is like I don't get the reason why Korra attitude was so like, in my opinion, cocky.
I have no idea to tell the truth.
Because think about it, her attitude was cocky just for somebody who didn't even deal with danger. She just went caught up in a master temple most of her life, and she had the nerve to talk with some how can I say this? She got a nerve to talk about some I know about the three elements except for wind. I say, how do you not know about wind? That's your first element. When when her wind training and put her water training gave her the most trouble. I say, how in the world do you get the most trouble just with wind and water? That's your parents' bloodline. I just don't get that. That's your bloodline, and that we should train yourself in first.
Yep.
And do you notice, like in some animes, disrespect power levels most of the time? Some of them,
Dragon Ball did that a lot.
um, because like in Dragon Ball Super, the series, they had a character named Khalifa. It just been Super Saiyan 3 keeping up with Super Saiyan God. I say, um, that on the last time I checked, a Super Saiyan God is more powerful than a Super Saiyan 3, in my opinion.
Yep.
That was all
Yeah,
thought.
Super Saiyan God is supposed to be more powerful, but also I guess it can also be very taxing as well.
Yeah, and so they had a girl named Khalifa that at Super Saiyan 3 that were fused or something that, and they try to say that that character could keep up with him. I said that just don't make no sense. It is a I just dumb. I just dumb in my opinion. Be, be, because like in Dragon Ball Z, they would keep on saying train, get more powerful, and you get more powerful than the next person. Like Super Saiyan 1 is not as powerful as Super Saiyan 2. And Super Saiyan 2 and 3 drain your life energy. No, 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 no. No, no, no. I think that's Super Saiyan 3, right? That drain life energy, I think. If you got a halo on your head, that's the I think that's the last time I thought they said you got halo on your head and you got Super Saiyan 3, should that kind of drain your life force? That's what I thought, don't it? Or don't it do that?
Well, Super Saiyan 3 makes you use a lot of
Be, because because the last time I thought just what Super Saiyan 3 were fighting Majin Buu, I think one of the Buu forms, the evil one, Goku and Vegeta said that the Super Saiyan 3 form um drained their life force. I think something like that because things since Goku was dead and plus the other person wasn't, that will drain their life force. That's what I thought. They said that they're doing that fight.
yep.
And plus like my problem is seeing like they disrespect Majin Buu and Super because they didn't pick him to be they didn't pick him to be up in a tournament of power because we all know if Majin Buu starts training that just start training just like Goku, he he'd be more powerful than Goku in my opinion. If Majin Buu actually trains. And plus, in my opinion, the Dragon Ball Z character that I like is Goku. I like um I like Vegeta more than Goku, but I like both of them. Then so his son Gohan, I like him, but so he need more training. And plus, you heard about the Monster universe thing dealing with Godzilla and Kong in the
Yep.
second one. They said that Godzilla and Kong might be working together in the second movie. But but the question is, who could that villain be though for those two to work together? Because thing about it, that just for Kang and for Godzilla work together, it got to be a big bad coming. Is it dang it, it can't be Metacon. Um is it Gamera? No, 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 it's not Gamera because Gamera is the um that's a monster up in on the Japanese lore. Gamera, who likes to protect kids. And plus the other one, let me see. Um, should I just look good though? That for them to say that Godzilla and Kong is working together, Uh, it might be the alien force, because you remember up in Godzilla 2000, I think something like that, that the aliens came down from Earth and just pluck up all the monsters um just for, like, in my opinion, just for the thing, in my opinion. And Marco, what do you think the next monster that might be coming just for the next Godzilla Kong movie?
Uh, a new version of Godzilla.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, shut. That'd be a good thing to see too. A new version of Godzilla. And for the villain, I think it might be coming. It might be Alien Godzilla, that they get a piece of Godzilla or something like that. Sure, that might be one of them. Let me see the other monsters, because they can't be that flying monster, because that flying monster got he a traitor. Everybody know that flying monster Rodan. He just a traitor, and that's the kind of thing that I don't like about sometimes just by Godzilla. Um, they can. Dang, God, I would finish say. I'll finish say one of the aliens, monsters up in here should be the next big bad. And so they got the Stegosaurus thing, and kind of the next thing I would like to see is they got multiverse. What's that big old monster that's kind of red, that's in the monster universe? It's kind of
Uh, are you talking about um Destroyer?
yeah, yeah,
Destroyer?
yeah. It if they going in that direction, they need to make that two-part movie. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because shoot, like a monster like that, that monster like that need a two-part movie. Be Because the first movie could be about one of the hitchmen's and stuff like that. That it could, like, one big old destroyer, um and that's kind of the thing that I would like to see. One a destroyer, or let me see. Because we all know that big old Godzilla had friends on his own island. They need to bring back Monster Island, I think, in my opinion. Ooh. Um, they could bring back Giant Condor, or just the
Yeah.
or King Caesar. Oh yeah, they they could bring a monster that is similar to Kong, but the monster is different in the face. Because that's why, if you look at it, Conan used to fight in big monsters that his size. King Caesar could actually come in and force Kong to fight, just to fight for his island and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because we all know that's Kong King the island. He needs a piece of it. Oh shit! And they could also bring back Titanosaurus, I think, some kind of plant eater type monster, something like that. Should they probably can get that? Let me see who coming. And kind of like the next thing that shut the kind of other monsters I want in the next Godzilla movie. If they gotta do like a Civil War type thing, they need Rodan. They need King Kong come back. Wait a minute. They could also bring in a shark monster. You know what I mean? Sound like a shark monster that just Godzilla Megalon, or they can make their own because they got a whole lot of monsters that should that they can use unless they make their own version, and they got and then they bring in Godzilla friend and Gers. Because you remember up in the Monster Universe, and Gers and him just were friends and stuff like that. Should they need to find a way that come on. And kind of like the wait a minute. Oh yes, the giant octopus was in King Kong. Yeah, I remember that. Because it kind of seemed like up in Kong's movie, that they wasn't hardly showing Kong and some of these stuff.
Well, there was two barcodes.
He must be using two different links or something like that. Shoot, and kind of like the one thing that should I want the I want to see the just America Godzilla versus Kong make their own monsters like they did for the first Godzilla movie because they
Oh
said
yeah,
that because the first Godzilla movie said that was a whole new monster, just a whole new origin, and that was actually a good thing. I think, in my
yep.
opinion, that they were doing. And kind of like for the third one, shoot, if they gotta make, they need to bring in Anguirus. I think, in my opinion, just for the third Godzilla movie, because that's actually friends that actually know each other. Seem like in that one, and kind of like the other thing that so I wish they had in the Godzilla movie is shoot. I wish they had the just the Exilio people because they need to show that up in the next King Kong movie and stuff like that. Because they had the thing that King that that monster that was up in the universe should have they need to make their own. I think, in my opinion,
Yeah.
because think about it, when you make your own monsters and mixing in just with other monsters and stuff like that already was established, that'd be a good thing. I think, in my opinion, but everybody different though on
Yep.
that. And do you have a favorite monster that's in the monster universe? Do you
Uh,
have like a favorite
I
monster
probably
that you
still
like?
have Godzilla, but don't get me wrong. I've also enjoyed Gamera.
Oh
Or,
yeah,
yeah.
because some people were saying it has a good monster franchise to get into, Gamera, and kind of like the one thing that I want to see coming from that in this topic right here, and kind of like multiverse that how do you think that Rocky and everybody meets up in the 30th anniversary
Uh,
special?
well, I think they're launching like a Space Patrol Academy, which will
Yeah,
be the preset. to to the whole Power Ranger SPD thing.
Yeah. Do you think that Adam just had went to the future and helped them out, and he just part of he part of the academy, or he just wanted to
Well,
head people?
that could be a possibility too.
Yeah, because look at it, it was Adam and plus Aisha got one too,
Yep.
and that what got me too. Both of them got it.
Them two actually been following each other a lot since
Yeah,
the
yeah,
time of Zoom.
yeah. Because if you look at it, shoot, that like in the like in the pictures, so they got her and Adam with the same thing. And for the thing about it, Trini daughter, what I see, she might be part of the future of the crossover episodes. I think. Trini daughter, I think she might be the
Yeah.
future of it, and they need her to join the team ASAP though, as soon as possible. It's Trini daughter, I think, in my opinion. That she playing Trini daughter. I think the girl who put to play the Lone Ranger. She plays the daughter of Trini.
I, I think so, yeah.
And kind of like the picture, like shoot, I'm trying to that and for the thing about it, if this Rita is a robot or is it good and stuff like that, shoot, it might be a bad thing or a good thing. I'm not sure. And kind of like I'm seeing right here, it's the background. It's like it it is you sure that they're not in space?
Well, they could
Because
be.
you look at the background and stuff like that, the background with the planets and stuff like that, they
Yeah.
look like they could be in space. Or something like that just doing an episode, and they just come down that just to fight the monsters. Because it could be in space. Because remember like Andros and stuff like that.
Yep.
He probably can cross over with this. But the thing about it, shoot, he got his own series, don't it? The on the Andros character.
He's actually with the Power Ranger Unworthy, I believe.
Yeah, he actually act the part good though. The person that playing Andros, I like him in the series though, because the thing about it, he not evil, but the thing about it, it is always evil that try to it's always evil that people try to do sometimes, and that's kind of like the good thing that I learned to do. And kind of like for Billy, I that I think Billy might have been the tech person. I think behind the scenes
Yeah.
because you look at Billy himself, he actually a smart person though. And Catherine, I'm trying to figure out how she got there too, Catherine. Unless she came there just for Rocky.
Well,
That's because you look at it, Aisha, Aisha and Adam got the SPD. It Alpha just standing there. Rocky is willing to help anybody that need help. That's a ranger. And plus, Trina's daughter, she look like she gonna be good though. She got a really good, I think. And that's kind of like my other thing. Shoot, which planet they on? because because it can't be Earth because that'd be too hot. And kind of like my other opinion that I like about this picture, it seems like everybody is enjoying themselves. And the multiverse relate the picture
Yeah.
because think about it is like you can tell if a person just having a good job and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's kind of the thing, in my opinion, that probably should happen. I think, in my opinion, is like they need to build an alpha that can actually fight. That's what they need to do. Something, something like the one that was up in the 2017 movie. That
Mhm.
alpha wasn't just no joke. And plus, how many alphas was built over the years? That's what I try to figure out.
Right.
Be because we know the one for 1993 was Alpha 5.
Yep.
That will mean that somebody, and that's kind of like me in my opinion about it. If you look at Phantom Ranger, what he doing with his Power Ranger stuff, it's actually good. I think in my opinion he doing
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
be, because think about it. He asks you questions about your character, and he able to write a whole story on it. I say, how?
Yeah. And also on top of that, he gives fantastic advice for like, let's say, like earlier today I was talking with Bentham, and I'm actually gonna be trying to get a new sword sometime next month
Oh,
that
okay.
uh a fellow squad mate is gonna make me as soon as I send him the $70.
Yeah, that because think
And
about it
it's
for
gonna
me.
be the multiverse sword, but um and let's just say the power from that will actually be
It
equivalent to another version of myself, but
oh,
made
okay.
me feel a surge of power that I never felt before.
Oh, yeah, yeah, and kind of character that shoot that's just I'm kind of getting next month or this month. Shoot, I want to get the morphers. I want to find a morpher that I like. I just want to
That,
buy it
that's your ranger.
because my ranger got two animal spirits, and shoot, I just want to find a morpher that's good. Because think about shoot, just man, I just might get the just like the mighty morpher, just like the mighty morphin
Yeah.
morpher. I think because they might already got two coins of the dragon on the Dragon Zord coin.
Yeah.
Did you saw the two? Let me see. There's two of them I got, and plus the sticker I got was the White Ranger one. I got too. I probably got. I'm about to show you right now which one I got.
Mhm.
Let me see.
Yep. I see it, bud.
It's two different colors, but it's the same thing.
Oh, okay.
It'll be like one for the dark side, the one for the vigilante, one for the hero side, stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
It's for my character, and plus I got the White Ranger sticker thing,
Oh,
vinyl sticker.
nice. Yeah.
And, and that be like a good start, just how to build my character up and stuff like that. Because I also order just the I ordered the ape, I ordered the falcon coin, and plus the wolf, the one for the Mighty Morpher storyline thing, and plus a blaster.
Hmm.
Be, because the only thing because the only thing I need is just the morpher. I think just for my character to be built up, or just be like a magical morpher in my head, stuff like that. So what I learned most of the time. That's what I learned most of the time anyway. Just dealing with stuff like that. Because you look at it as a whole, shoot, Phantom know how to write a good story. If he had a bigger budget, he probably could make a really good show. In my opinion, if Netflix or somebody just would give him a budget, I think that he can make a really good show. In my opinion,
Oh yeah, definitely.
Same here. Yeah, definitely.
be, because you look at it right now, he doing compared to people in Hollywood right now, it's way better. His writing is way better than most people that I see in Hollywood right now.
That
That get paid
that
millions to write
that's even.
a story.
I'll even say it's better than the podcast that stole try that is using my name. So it's the podcast is like doing
Oh
like
yeah.
on their third season, supposedly.
Um, because the podcast is not on YouTube because they must sure I try to find it on YouTube and stuff like that. Just if they were on there and stuff like that, they said this stuff is Apple, Spotify, and stuff like that. I say,
Yeah, plus
wait a minute now, you
they're
won't
the
even
ones
give the
that
person
stole
credit.
my name.
Yeah, because they know that they would put on YouTube or something like that. They would have explained it so that because the video subs like that still like to ask
Mm-hmm.
questions, and one of the questions would have been, how did you get your name? Because
Yeah,
somebody just
I
would have asked it.
usually tell them that I was actually the first one to create the Multiverse Ranger,
Yeah, and
and
this
I've
is my
been the
thing.
Multiverse Ranger
Why
for
can't they make their own
close
name?
to 2 years now.
And this is my thing. If you making a podcast or a channel, make your own story up. Make your own name up just for the
Yeah, Meg.
podcast
And
and
besides, everyone knows
build
that
that up.
I'm writing my
I got
own
my
fan
own name on the
fiction
channel, and
backstory
that's
for
what I build up with y'all that to build.
I'm gonna
Just
be
make
writing the main story
just make
after I
your
get done with.
own name up.
Yeah, but I gotta balance it with working at Taco Bell and also relaxing and everything else that I do.
Okay. Okay. And for the next thing, and and kind of like for the Power Ranger series, um, I, I think that Wild Force, in my opinion, at the end, just had left some plot holes at the end, because they might shoot. I don't know what happened to the princess. I don't know if she was training new people, just to
Didn't
like
it? Didn't
protect and stuff
she
like
go
that.
to? Didn't she go up with the other Zords to Animaria?
Yeah, that's the thing. But the thing thing is, they don't even answer questions like in the season after the crossover. You may crossover there. They never answered the question where she went at, where she went to either.
Right.
Because we know where Alpha went. Be, where Alpha went. We know where Zordon went. We know when we
We
know when
also know where
Andros. We know when Turbo people went. Everything like that. After and plus, I do think that the Power Rangers universe could get popular on Netflix like it is now because you look at it the Power Rangers shows it's always like the top 10 top 5 on streaming and stuff like
yeah.
that. You notice that? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because they need just the other back because on Netflix because the series I want to see back on Netflix is Time Force. I want to see Time Force, Wild Force. I want to see Zeo. I want to see Jungle Fury back on Netflix. I want to see all of them back on Netflix. Besides the new ones that's on there, and that's kind of like
Yeah, it would be nice.
the good thing for me, my opinion. It because think about it, if you look at it, on the Morphin Master, it sounds like the head people with power, but the thing is Ninja is just a general that work for the that 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 work for the Morphin Masters Ninja
Yeah.
because that bothered me for a while because I keep on saying tell some Ninja got all this power and stuff like that the work I say God dog should they got all this power and stuff like that just to make coins just to make all that I say God dog that's a lot of money. And plus, they have a YouTube video based on the Billy Quantum film too. But I'm trying to find it to make sure that I'm right. Because I gotta make sure the person didn't take it down because they had an update based on the Billy series he had and stuff like that. Because they had the Power the Quantum update. Yeah, on the just the update based on the Billy fan Power Rangers series, and that's kind of like the bad thing in my opinion, kind of bad, good, depending on how you see it. Oh wait a minute, I found it. I just hope this thing's working. I am not looking at no Disney Plus. Be, because everybody he had like the update on it. It's in the morph stuff like that. Wait a minute, I found it. And this by Ping Pong Flex, I think, something like that.
Okay.
Did just kind of up.
Oh.
Oh, Wi-Fi connection.
Okay. Yeah. Those are like the old like the suits just got refined for the modern age.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah.
Yeah, I see it. Oh.
That was I knew it. I knew it. I knew I was right that they were using the sun. That it sound like up in the comic books. I knew it. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Billy got kids? Dang, that would change the Power Ranger lore a lot.
Alright, I realized Billy turned back to his normal self. I mean, before it was old person, right?
Oh,
Alright, he
okay.
did change back, so I forgot. He did change back to teenager age, I mean. At the
Oh, okay.
power. Yeah, I remember now. Honestly.
This would change a whole lot of lore, and it's dang. I wish that thing would have been the same though, because shoot, that would have answered so many questions. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. That would still line up. That this was still working in Hyperforce. That would still line up with that.
Oh, okay.
Because you remember he played the Lula Ranger in Hyperforce. That still can line up with the
Yeah.
story in that universe. Okay, I see what he doing. Wait a minute, Kimberly wasn't no singer in it in the Power Ranger show. She was a gymnast. The last time I checked, that's right. Because she wanted to be an Olympian, I think, something like that. She was a gymnast, I thought, and that was the reason why that she broke up with Tommy. Just doing that season, I think, doing the second or third season, I think she broke up with Tommy because she wanted to concentrate on being a gymnast. I think something like that. But that's not wrong. Whoa, 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 whoa. Wait a minute. If Billy was talking to Trini behind Jason back, is one of the kids Billy's?
Possibly.
Because the thing about it, not that they just not said it. If Billy was talking to Trini behind Jason back, they had to be going together doing something. If I and Jason probably gotta test them kids. He probably test them kids, make sure it's his. Some of them. Oh man, that's gonna be drama right there. And plus the 8 episodes, that's gonna be drama. If they could bring a villain like that to Power Rangers, boy, that's gonna be good.
Oh yeah.
Sound like an android like villain that can actually take control of people and force them to do evil stuff. Man, that's gonna be good, man. Wait a minute. Adam 12. What happened to 1 through 11? They must have died off or something. 1 through 12. Oh man. And that's kind of like that. They kind of like change the lore a little bit, right? in the Billy series, I think something like that. Instead of Alpha, they put it to Adam 12. That's kind of lore changing a little bit, but I like it though. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Ain't that something like Lightspeed Rescue? Sound like Queen Bashira that she wants to take over on the universe and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it looks like it's dealing with like cyberspace a little bit though too.
Oh, okay.
Kind of.
As long as the story's too good, I'm good with it.
Oh yeah, I'm willing to see where it goes.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. Just like bad guys, they can they can have a good plan, but that's what it's always that one person that just can't wait.
Hmm.
Yep. It's always it's always just that one. Be, because them bad guys is probably thinking it's no more Power Rangers too. That's what I think they're thinking too.
Yep. So do you think they're gonna have like a tribute to Tommy
Yeah,
for that episode for
yeah,
JDF?
yeah. That what that just doing the last episode that it might do Tommy for that one.
Yeah.
And kind of like for me right now, how couldn't the kids not figure out their parents used to be Power Rangers? They wear the colors of the Rangers.
Yeah.
How could you not figure it out?
Well, don't forget it's also like how long it took Mia to figure out Oliver Queen or Oliver was the Green Arrow. It took her basically 3 seasons to figure that out.
Oh yeah, yeah. So that kind and kind of like Buck and Score came and figured out, and but that's what they was in school with him. I say, Buck and Score have the two dumbest person in the world. I say, you in the same class. They're always leaving at the same time. Wouldn't that tell you something?
Yeah.
But I was a student. Shoot, I probably wouldn't say nothing. But still, for me, I still would have asked. I say, God, you always leaving about this time and stuff like that. I said, something got to be wrong. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did Tommy film this before he died? That's how it can seem like. Or should, it is just a flashback scene, or somebody actor who playing as Tommy and Jason or something like that. There might be an actor playing as Tommy and stuff like that.
Or
It,
never see this another unmorphed. That's why problem, I guess.
okay. that the power won't pass down to the children. That they would get their own sets of powers. Why do they would get their own sets of powers though? Because you look at it, Jason always couldn't transfer just to the Red Ranger. You remember up in Donald Charles crossover?
Right.
Yeah.
Jason always had his ability to transfer into the Red Ranger. That
That's true.
that won't make no sense to pass it down just to the kids because you know the bad guys will always be out there just try to kill Jason.
Right.
That would make no
Yep.
sense that they just try to pass it down to the kids. It- just make the kids earn their own power coin. Just make them earn it just by the tests and stuff like that.
Yeah. Let the morphing grid choose what was their destiny.
Yeah, yeah. Because you look at the first episode, just a Mighty Morphin, um, just when Jason, Zach, and everybody just just start fighting the putties and stuff like that without the powers.
Right.
That when the power coin just had choose them. Just say that on the they was worthy because that's what they was willing to fight. They would fight just with each other and stuff like that.
Yep.
They was willing, they was willing to fight for their friends and do for the friends' safety. And that when the court then choose them and give them the power up and stuff like that. And Jason had felt it and just they morph and change into the Power Rangers. Be, because things they actually proved themselves and stuff like that in the first episode. And put the thing about it, Tommy, when Tommy came in the show, I thought Tommy w- was going to kill the Rangers in the middle of the first season. I'm about to say, God, dog, he would beat everybody up. I say, God, dog, Jason couldn't beat him, Zach couldn't beat him. Jason, Zach, and Billy tried together. They couldn't beat him. They had came up with a plan that just like destroy the just like destroy the sword because that's what if they wouldn't have had to destroy that sword, they would have been dead. I think, in my opinion. And plus,
Yeah, I kind of have to agree on that.
because there for me, if they didn't know that sword just with a Green Ranger weakness, I think something like that, it, they would have been dead people. I think, in my opinion, there would be some dead people,
Yeah.
and that just my opinion on that. And some people on TikTok and stuff like that just got the nerve to say it's all some Power Rangers series just don't got stakes. I say, have y'all seen our Power Rangers show? It stakes on all the episodes
Right.
because that's what if the Rangers lose, the Earth is doomed. Why don't the people that like superhero stuff disrespect Power Rangers or something? It's no kind of stakes like Marvel. I say half y'all Marvel characters don't even got as much background as Power Ranger characters and stuff like that. I say y'all show like you disrespect Power Ranger characters around here just for a show that y'all never watch or try to watch. Because think about it, if they would have watched Time Force, Zeo, and Mighty Morphin just for the old era and plus in space, they wouldn't be saying that the Power Ranger shows just don't got no stakes to it. They wouldn't be saying that. And, oh yeah, oh yeah. You go ahead.
I totally understand what you're saying with having the six, but then there's always going to be six in any superhero show. To tell the truth.
Not dealing with Squirrel Girl.
Well, most superhero shows, like if you look at like
Oh yeah.
let's just say like Arrow, the Power Rangers minus Megforce, which I don't know how that even managed.
Oh
But
yeah. Oh yeah. Because that's what. If you notice, like some of the Power Ranger seasons, shoot, like in Time Force, shoot, how was West able to travel to Jen? And he didn't even have no advanced technology, unless that morpher gave him that power on the time travel throughout the different universes. Or was that the Morphin Masters that had give him the duty to time travel the different universes? That's why I try to figure out which how was West, Coda, and different Rangers able to time travel, but the others couldn't. Because like the season I like the Power Rangers was like RPM or something underrated, I think in my opinion. And plus in space is underrated. But the ending I didn't like. That's the I like the series, but the ending was a dumb decision. I think, in my opinion, just by destroying just by destroying, I think the under Zordon Pond. I think that was dumb because you didn't need to do that. I think, in my opinion, just to win that fight, because the only thing you needed was just to destroy the monster that had caused the whole problem in the first place. Just not Zordon, because you
yeah,
look.
but didn't it Zordon bring? But wasn't that Zordon and Rita have a issue for like the last 5,000 years or something?
Yeah, yeah. Because the issue was like he wanted to do stuff peacefully, and Rita wanted to kill because you can't kill everybody because you're fighting them. Because you got to ask questions too. That was someone just don't get because you just can't say that you just how can I say this? Because you fight somebody, you just can't kill them right off because you got to identify the person first. If the person evil, I understand Rita destroying that monster and stuff like that. But that's what Rita just been killing just to do it, even though it's the show. Because she changed to the Mister Mother at the end, I think, in space. I think she changed to the Mister Mother. But they never explain how she passed down her powers though, Rita. Shoot, that's what I don't get half of the time. So they don't even pass down half of the stuff. So, because of the power of the Power Rangers, shoot, that I don't know how Lightspeed got the powers. Unless it was Billy that was over in Meriden Bay, I think something like that that helped him build no morphers,
Yep.
or one of just Billy kids, I think something like that. Uh, uh, um, because they never explained how they made them morphers either. They never explained it, and Kyle, like they put in my head, I think it was Billy or Trip or something like that who came from the future and probably helped Billy build some morphers. I think something like that. Definitely next most of the threat.
Right.
And that's kind of what I think. Unless it's Ethan, no, it can't be Ethan because Ethan
Ethan created the security, like the security program for SPD, if I'm not
Okay.
mistaken.
Oh, okay. That'd be good to see him again up in the crossover. It'd be good to see him again.
Oh yeah, definitely. Coaches Ethan was actually kind of one of the coolest ones that I kind of look towards for like intellect.
Yeah. Because the thing is, ever since Blue Rangers and being smart, um, it was like a long time before, just before I found my favorite Blue Smart Ranger, and that was Ethan. That and Donald Thunder. He was my favorite standout out of that series too.
Don't get me wrong. What's his name? The Jungle Fury Blue Ranger.
You talk about dang Danny.
No, Jungle Fury.
No, it's Danny, and his name's Danny, right? The Blue Ranger.
Hold on.
I think his name was Danny because the other one, the because the Black Ranger was his friend.
Uh,
It was
Wait.
Cole. Cole
No,
was
we're talking about Jungle Fury with Casey, Lily, and RJ being the mentor.
oh okay, but like in Wild Force, it was Cole, Tyler, Alicia. She
Yep,
was one of my
that was
favorite.
one. Jungle Fury was the one with the
Oh yeah.
actual martial arts.
Oh okay. Oh, so you talk about Theo, the Blue Ranger? You talk about Theo?
Yeah, Theo. Theo.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sure. Oh, so I like him though. He was nerdy, but also he was
He was
cool.
more into martial arts smarts.
Yeah, he was a really good ranger though.
Yeah, it was.
He was a really good
Where
ranger.
okay, this is how I with Lily being the
The level.
Lily was the heart uh, of the Rangers. Casey was the power, and Thea was the brain.
And put the power should have been Jared. I think, in my opinion, it should have been Jared.
Yeah, yeah. I gotta actually the courage of the tiger.
Yeah, the courage tire is good, but that's what just at the last battle, it took the lion to weaken him because that's what Lily, Casey, Casey, and Theo used in master mode just on Daishi. That's what it still ain't help. It
Yep.
took the lion spirit that on the weaken him, and that's the reason why I just don't get the reason why had that this Junior Ferry just then went the big old SPD route and just make them work together, just fight monsters and stuff like that. So that's what I don't get because because you got Jared the courage of the lion with the heart, but that's what they wanted him to change them evil just to have some Casey to overcome. I think at the end of the show, they wanted like a human threat just for Casey to face, and that was a good decision, but also a bad one at the same time because if you look at it, that on the show would have been better if they would show like Jared just having a change of heart. Just every episode, just him, in my opinion, respecting Casey a little more. I think, in my opinion, that would have been a little bit better. Sound like Sky and Jack and SPD. That would have worked better, in my opinion.
Yeah, Sky and Jack had that rivalry though too, because Sky was wanting to become the Red Ranger,
Yeah,
and they chose Jack out of nowhere, basically. But he held his own as being the Red Ranger, even when there was discomfort within the group.
yeah. But I think
And as any Ranger leader would know, I I'll even say this as even though that yes, I might be the one for Team Multiverse Ranger and
yeah,
stuff when I do the main story.
yeah.
There, like each character will have their own issues to deal with. Like
Oh,
one, let's say that my character had to has had to channel his anger and his hubris in order
yeah,
to overcome any obstacle, just like
yeah,
the Green Arrow.
yep. Sure, that'll be a good thing right there, though.
And let's say, for example, with the Crimson Garb Knight, kind of and Omni Ranger. Omni Ranger is more of a laid back kind of hero,
Yeah,
and he's more of wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page, even though that he's also the tech expert of the team.
oh, okay.
That's my idea with him. But he also does not like the multiverse stranger out killing. And I'll actually, there will be a scene where I lose a friend and I choose to make sure that I don't kill in the next after the next big event, pretty much.
Oh, okay. Shoot, that'd be a good thing right there.
Yeah.
And plus my character that I would have, since my animal spirits is a T Rex and a lion, I would have had to fight the I would have had to fight the just my need to kill everybody and stuff like that. And for me to know just when to kill and just when not to kill and stuff like that, everything like that.
Yeah.
Because my brand of justice is in between Superman and Dark Side.
Mm.
Because Dark Side like to kill, and Superman will just have heart sometimes, not to
Yep.
kill. Because the lion is sound like Superman, and plus the T Rex is like Dark Side. Because T Rex will kill no matter what.
Yeah. That I I understand where you're coming from on that.
Because my two animal spirits that stand for different things, but they could coexist. They sound like the yang, the yang and the yang of the
Yep.
powers.
The and Toucher there I believe there might actually be like a dark side of the morphing grid too, in a way that
Yeah,
that we need to kind of uncover and actually understand its full potential
yeah,
of what it can do to someone like, let's say, like, we'll throw an example. If Barca was actually corrupted by the dark side,
mm-hmm.
and
Because
yeah,
oh yeah, because you look at Mystic Force, they had Korag, and then they had the Flame Man. I mean, the good side was the Flame, and the dark side, the Wolf, was the Korag side.
Yep.
had the dark side and the morphing grid somewhere.
Yeah.
That just to be able to transform to that, that got to be something.
Yep.
Because think about because sure you look at Power Ranger lore right now, but in, in between each show, it's always plot holes that need to be filled in.
Exactly.
If you
And
look at
hell, people can even like expand like all the different seasons. Like let's say they wanted to expand the universe of a Mystic Force.
oh
People
yeah,
can. People have the
that be a good,
ability to expand what they want.
yeah, and that be a really good season too.
Yeah.
That just expand on. Mystic Force is a good one, and plus and Ninja
Well,
Storm.
we know that frickin' Phantom's expanding the SPD universe,
Yeah.
and I'm kind of in line with that too. But it'll be a while till I actually branch out and actually officially work with him.
Oh, okay. Be- Because he telling me that my character don't come in like season 7 or 8 or something like that.
Oh,
It's C 7 or 8.
well, you showed me a little bit of mine, and right now with my powers as being as powerful, they have me come like my avatar is like in cyberspace, well, or in a different dimension,
Yeah,
and I'm in like a little loony bin or something. I guess you could say.
but like kind of like my character, right? What I got, what I know of is some my character is some kind of elf that work on a ship, just with SPD or something like that. I work on a ship and stuff like that as one of the generals, and that will get me inside the SPD and stuff like that anyway, as a spy and stuff like that. That'd be a good thing for me. At my character just being the elf and stuff like that. A half elf, half human, or half something else, I think. And that'd be a good thing doing my character and stuff like that. And plus, what's your character supposed to be? Your character supposed to be some kind of supposed to be human or alien?
Yes, it's originally human, but I think once I after the whole thing uh uh my story, like they're gonna actually have me as be a avatar in his story,
Mm-hmm.
because I'll still be able, because after the end of my story, um I'm actually gonna be basically my character is actually gonna be part of two different worlds. Part of a friend of mine, another Ranger Squad member named Eclipse Ranger or
Mm-hmm.
Tree Spirit Trio.
Oh, okay.
She, I volunteered my character to join up with her uh, after the grand finale of my character, because my character is gonna die twice,
Oh,
and in the epic uh, crossover Crisis of Infinity Earth's Power Ranger edition.
oh man, I hate that part dying. I hate that part. Just when good characters just had to die. I said, God no.
Well, like, I'm my character has gone through a lot of darkness,
Yeah.
but I'm hoping before then that I can figure out a way kind of make where my character is happy
Mm-hmm.
with who he is and with the life that he's lived, and
Yeah.
also with the people he's been around with.
Oh, okay.
Like I might actually make a character that I actually fall in love with, but she might actually end up being the one that'll help be be on the. And of course, I found another person that could represent trying to keep me level headed and everything.
Oh, okay. Shoot, that'd be a good thing though.
Yeah,
That would be a good thing in my opinion. And kind of like if you look at Power Rangers what's that season? Power Ranger Beast Morphers, you could expand that universe too. That after Devin and them saved the Earth,
yeah,
you could expand it and say that big old Commander Sean just had found a new team, the different colors and stuff like that, just to save the Earth again.
yeah,
And and they can use Devin and Robbie to help the team save the Earth again. Because think like you can use Devin and Robbie to be like one of the generals and stuff like that. That's over the big old command center, along with Shaw.
yep,
They can use them. Because you look in uh, up and unworthy, he was already the head over some kind of team already. You look at the fan film and stuff like that. You look at the fan film that they had. There's unworthy episode 2 or 3, I think, something like that.
yeah,
They had Devin over some kind of division already, and Beast Morphers already though, and that would be a good thing, I think, in my opinion though. But the thing about for me with some people that I learned, some people just want to hate what I learned sometimes based on what they think was part of it is and part is not. Because the thing I learned about the Power Rangers series and stuff like that sounds like for Beast Morphers and Dino Charge, and and Dino Charge is kind of easy too. Just to
yeah,
expand on, that's an easy season two to expand on. And kind of like the one thing I want to see just out of Dino Charge, if they can make it like a D&D story, it sounds like how do the gems find the next team and stuff like that, and new gems and stuff like that just pop up and probably can find a new team of people, and that'd be a good thing for me to see though, if they can actually show it, or just make it like a D&D just of a Dino Charge team just in a different universe. That'd be a good thing too.
yeah,
Because think about it, they already had established it in Ninja Steel that they had different universes, and that's kind of like the one thing that I know about Ninja Steel did that on the episode sound like the barrier thing. That was one of the best episodes up in the average good season that I saw. Just with the forever dangerous thing, something like that. Just what Tommy came back doing that season crossover. That was actually a real good episode though in Ninja Steel. That was actually a good one.
yep,
But some people hate on it because think about it, it wasn't Be, because just for Tommy, I said, wait a minute now. Tommy is giving you a real good acting performance up in a Ninja Steel show that is average at best, um, just based on writing. Because we at the writing, that writing thing should have been a lot better just for that show. That Ninja Storm, um that that Ninja Steel show should have been written a lot better. I think, in my opinion, just for some of the characters. Because you look at it, this should have written the story a lot better just for all the Rangers to be able to grow throughout the episodes and stuff like that. Because you look at it in a way, so they should have had way different storylines just during that season. Because it had Calvin and Haley, I think, something like that, going together.
Yep.
Then they had the Red Ranger. Seemed like, in my opinion, um they couldn't even they couldn't even, in my opinion, they, they couldn't even follow him single half of the time. It seemed like the Red Ranger and Ninja Steel, he was a good Red Ranger, but the thing is, this should have written him a lot better. I think, in my opinion, at time for leadership and stuff like that, that would have been a lot better thing. I think, in my opinion, they would written him just as a better leader, something like Jack did up in SPD. He learned how to be a leader. He learned how to care for teammates, and that would have been a good thing, in my opinion, though. But I could be wrong, though. And plus, what season will you have span if you had a choice?
Me personally, I wouldn't mind expanding cultures. I wouldn't mind expanding the Ninja Storm.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
I like that season. I like that season, but the things, in my opinion, it sounds like the Ninja Storm should have showed a lot more schools than it did.
yeah, we could
Because you look at
explore
it,
like, the other schools. See what other ninja class, classes, what are other schools, and what they could teach.
yeah, yeah, because we could have had our favorites and stuff like that we like. Because we could have had like a storm school and stuff like that. We could have a school for storms, and that's kind of like the bad thing that I don't like half of the time. Just dealing with that this is dealing with that is dealing with limited schools. Because they had thunder and lightning. Because I know if they had thunder and lightning, I knew they had tornadoes and stuff, schools and stuff like that. I knew they had to have it.
Yeah,
Because you got thunder and lightning as one of the as one of your schools. I know you had another one that you could have showed and stuff like that. Because you remember Blake and Hunter still had resentment towards the school, they say. Because they said they think it was better than everybody. The air, water, and earth schools just was separate, different everybody. Because the masters must have had beef or something like that. They must have had beef with some of masters. The, for them to separate like that, you know what I mean? Just for like the people with all known masters and stuff like that. The sound like Ninja, like Thunder and Blake still have resentment towards them after they was good. I say, God, no. Was there beef in between the masters or something like that? The the thunder and the air masters, they must have beef or something, because shucks to be like that. after they turn good, they must have had beef or something like that. That no masters that wasn't Ninja Storm. They just be separated like that.
Yeah, I wonder why. For yeah,
Because they need to explain that in one of these in one of these stores and stuff like that. So they need to explain why these that these schools wasn't together. Because so they need to explain that in my opinion. And come other thing I think in my opinion that this should explain is something like and why the thunder and lightning seems so much stronger than the earth, water, and air. That was the thing. So they seem so much stronger than Dustin, Shane, and Tor. Be, because that make me think if the students is that strong, I probably can imagine the masters how strong the masters was. Yeah, shoot, that's my thing. Because such it shoot, I see your students is beating up everybody. The thunder and lightning. Shoot, I knew they had to have some strong masters to be able to train them like that. Shoot, that just me. That is me, in my opinion. That's what I think. What do you think, Barcode? That if the thunder and lightning be that strong, I know the masters have to be strong.
pretty sure. Yeah, they both got stronger than the no three trio of the elements. Yeah,
That um at, at, at the end of Nether Storm, didn't Hunter stay to be a teacher?
I think I don't know.
Because
Yeah,
anybody should because I knew that Shane has stayed to be a teacher. Cam has stayed to be a teacher. Um, Blake become one of the motocross people. So that I knew that there'd be one of motocross people. I think, in my opinion, but shoot, there had to be somebody that had been. I I I think it was Blake that had stayed just to become a teacher.
yeah,
Because you remember just doing the crossover and stuff like that.
right,
That Blake had just had hurried back to the school because he heard Hunter was in trouble.
right.
That had to be Hunter that had become a teacher or a master.
Yeah, some of that. Yeah,
Because the only person that beat him just was Luthor, and he was a master himself.
right.
That is my thinking though. To be able to beat Blake and Hunter, so you got to be a strong master to beat those two. Because those two was a problem, even 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 for some monsters that was way more powerful than Rangers, and that's kind of thing I learned dealing with the Power Rangers series. They always in my opinion got me stuff on the answer. But then, in my opinion, it sounds like this should have new seasons just of the same Rangers, of the same colors. That would be a good thing, I think, in my opinion, though.
Yep.
If you had like the same Ranger teams and stuff like that, with same colors, but you just had like a different outcome, man, that jump be good.
Right.
I think, in my opinion, it'd be a good thing. But it seemed like, in my opinion, they wasn't thinking about that. But everybody's different on what they wanted time for a season. But time for me, shoot, this should have made like a 2 season Jungle Fever thing, stuff like that. In my opinion, that would have make a real good season. I think, in my opinion, they'll make an anime series. I think of some of these Rangers, I think teams and stuff like that, that's gonna be a good thing. That just mean that I will make an anime series on Ninja Storm or just expanding the world. Then you make a live action version of it. That's just me in my opinion. What I would do.
Well, well, they're also having Cosmic Fury as being the next thing that's come out in April, and I'm actually curious on how things are gonna go because I'm actually excited for that too.
Oh yeah, I'm excited for that too. Be, because like for each episode, I gotta be doing a big old review on that season. Because that gonna be a real good season for me to start reviewing some of the new Ranger contents.
And since it's gonna be on Netflix, I'll also be able to watch it too.
Yeah, shucks, shucks. I might do some kind of watch party on it and stuff like that for people who want to come, and that'd be a good thing. The
Oh
people,
yeah,
the people that want to come doing the watch party and stuff like that.
yeah.
The, be, because like for me, they did do the watch party and stuff. Like I'm based on the Ranger content. I think some people would come if they want to. I think in my
Oh yeah.
opinion, so that's just me in my opinion though. But seeing like some people might like it, some people might not. But the thing in my opinion, it's like the Power Ranger content. It's what I like to do. And look at stuff sometimes on such on too. Be, because the thing about it, just doing the watch party shoot, I probably can learn stuff just about the series and stuff like that. Well, that I probably can miss. And somebody up in the comments just could bring it up. And plus, and do you notice like some of the anime series universes make more sense. Just some of the Marvel shows and stuff like that. The animes, everything like that, and that kind of.
Um, there is an anime that I'm actually waiting for, or a anime movie that I'm waiting for, and that is that time I was reincarnated as a slime, the movie,
Mm-hmm.
because that's part of the um entire that's part of the canon of the entire show.
Oh, oh yeah.
Yeah, because
Because my favorite anime is like Demon Slayer. Plus, I like My Hero, but
well, I would say this about Demon Slayer. Uh, to each their own, really. Because my my favorite of the new gen is that time I reincarnated as swine, like I said.
oh yeah.
Um, uh, reckon, let's see. Another good one that I enjoyed was, or do enjoy, is like My Hero Academia, uh, Log, uh, Log Horizon.
Oh,
Yeah.
because my favorite anime is sound like Gundam anime. It sound like the one I like is like the Gundam series. Some of the good Gundam series sound like the one with Master Asia, the older ones. Some of the older ones I like too.
Yeah.
And kind of the other one I like was what's the other anime that
Well, for for like my favorite uh Gundam series has always been Gundam Seed and Gundam Seed Destiny.
Oh, it did. It is Gundam C is the one with Master Asia in it, and plus David, and he got to face his brother.
Face his friend at first.
Yeah.
After Zola.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's where the Earth forces has to face up against Zaft.
Oh, yeah. That's the one I'm talking about. That's the one I'm talking
Yeah,
about. That's the one I like though. Right there, the when you talk about the Earth Coalition and stuff like that. Shoot, I thought that Gundam show was Femi Born or something like that. But I look at it, it was actually a good show. It was actually a good one because I kind of judge it before I look at it. I say, sure, that show can't be that good that everybody talking about. But that's why I look at it. It was actually just that good.
yeah. Well, you have the Freedom Gundam, the Justice Gundam, uh, of course, Destiny in the next series.
And plus, I like the Gundam show that show new types, sound like
Oh yeah.
Amuro and stuff like that. I like that series too.
I think Amuro was from Zeta Gundam, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah, yeah, him, yeah, because humans didn't like him because he was enhanced or something like that. They didn't like him. They didn't like new types back in the day. When he was powering Gundams, they didn't like new types. Be, because they thought new types was evil, I think, or something like that. They thought Arnold was evil or something like that. I'm not sure. That was the thing that got me to talk. So why would you judge all the new types based on your fears? And that's kind of messed up part. And the bad thing about it, the humans needed a new types to win the war. They needed them. And for the thing about you, I'll be seeing all these people be making Gundams D&D. I say, how in the world y'all making these D&D stuff? And put it playing on roll 20, I think something like that thing roll 20. I think that the D&D app that I already signed up for though. I signed up for the app already though, the D&D roll 20 thing, but shucks. I still try to work it and just see just how it works and stuff like that website that
Yeah,
roll, because it's kind of hard to learn how to work stuff sometimes on the websites. Be, because shoot, I always be seeing on YouTube that just about all these people be working all these new D&D things, stuff like that. I say, how in the world y'all be doing these stuff? Because I be trying it. I can't even build a room, and they be having rooms and everything inside their D&D and stuff like that. They having rooms. They be having enemies. If you be seeing enemies and stuff on D&D stuff, I say, how in the world do they do it? Unless they got help or somebody doing it for them, because it's sure not tell nobody if they do have help. Because that for me, shit, that pretty much a good thing in my opinion, though. That everybody that everybody is doing DD on Gundam, Power Rangers, GI Joe. But the one for GI Joe is new though. That one new. Because that D&D just started because the movie Snake Eyes came out. You remember that movie Snake Eyes movie? did G.I. Joe snake out this movie? Because that's probably the reason why that D&D started on that one. And, they say the G.I. Joe and Power Rangers on D&D thing based on the same system. I say they're based on the same system. That means both of them probably can work together. uh, Up in a D&D game or something like that. They probably can work together, in my opinion. But thing about it, everybody think it's simple and stuff like that. That just try to learn knowledge on different stuff, but it's not easy. Just doing this stuff right here, just learn about animes, everything like that. And that
Yep.
was something just didn't learn. It's not easy just doing the anime stuff, everything like that, and talking about it and learning about it. Oh man, because you to learn about it, so you got to at least look at the episode at least about 2 times just to learn about the characters and stuff like that. Because think about some people think just learning about anime is easy. That was some people think. Some people think learning about anime is easy, but it's not. But it's not easy to learn about anime characters and stuff like that. And kind of like the last thing I want to talk about is something like in my opinion, I think this DC future, I think in my opinion, that DC anime future is kind of bright, and Marvel future is not as bright as I thought it could have been, based on the reviews when Ant-Man getting. Did you see the show, the latest Ant-Man show multiverse?
No, I haven't gone to the movies yet.
No, I talk about the underscore. The underscore that Ant-Man the Wasp getting is how can I tell you? It's 40%.
Oh, from Rotten Tomato.
Yeah, because yesterday it went for 54. No, they went for 58 to 54 to 48. I say, shoot, this movie must be bad. Because you look at it, the people usually don't talk this junk just about Marvel films most of the time. They don't. Because like the bigger reviews keep on saying sound like the Kane character, sound like that. Jonathan Majors, they keep on saying that he's good in the movie, but everybody else is forgettable. Everybody else is forgettable, and that's the bad thing about it, in my opinion. So that's kind of the bad thing. Because the thing about it, so you should not be saying that the hero is like forgettable in a movie. And plus the movie is called Ant-Man and the Wasp in the Quantum Realm. It's not mean, and that's kind of the bad thing, in my opinion. And plus the amount of money this might make, I give it about 600 million at the most, or 650 million is the most. Is now thinking that this Ant-Man movie probably can make. And plus you kind of marketing and stuff like that this movie did. Shoot, this movie might need to make about 700 million plus just to make the profit back, I think, don't it? Based on marketing, everything like that. If you count marketing and everything else, like I know that most companies do, they might need to make 600 million plus though. 600 million plus they might need to make. And that'd be a real good thing, in my opinion, if they can do that. Because you look at the Marvel movies, the side characters, they always make about 600 million or 700 million in the movie. But doing this thing, it seems like they might not make that much money based on these reviews. And multiverse, that's what The audience score is 85% based on a mediocre movie that everybody's saying for Ant-Man. If this was a DC movie, they would have been ragging on it, or or
Yeah,
just a movie that came from a whole nother company. They would have been ragging on this
well,
stuff like that.
like we said in the last live stream, it seems like they're more focused on 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 the villain instead of the hero.
Yeah, yeah, and then that's kind of the bad thing, because the movie supposed to be focused on the hero, just try to defeat the villain,
Yeah,
just not introducing a villain, because that just don't
yeah.
make no sense in my opinion. That just don't make no sense. Tell some you got to make you that the movie is mid, but that's when Jonathan Majors is the standout. I say it's supposed to be an Ant-Man movie. It's supposed to be an Ant-Man movie. Why do it seem like they're always trying to, in my opinion, make the villains better than the heroes? If you notice certain movies, they try to make the villains better than the heroes. I say, how in the world y'all doing that? Because you shouldn't be naming no villain better than a hero. Because you look at Iron Man, you look at Captain America and stuff like that. Those villains is not better than the hero in that movie. You look at Black Panther, Killmonger, and Chadwick. The first one wasn't the same level. Time for hero and villain. They wasn't the same level. And plus, I don't get why Marvel don't respect Ant-Man to a point, but it seems like, in my opinion, they don't. That's what it seems like to me. That's what it seems like to me, in my opinion, that they don't respect that Ant-Man franchise. Just think about it, if you look at it, it don't got it.
I think they're trying to push Paul Rudd out MCU. That's my opinion.
And that's the bad thing about it. That's the bad thing about it. Because you look at it, Paul Rudd, in my opinion, could be a real good Ant-Man, a serious one too. But the thing is, it seemed like that Marvel don't want to push him. I think, in my opinion, to be serious, they want to push him to be funny, just for the kids, which is
They're, they they don't like the fact that Ant-Man actually has a family too.
yeah. So you look at it, so that could be like a basis on a movie that sound like Ant-Man just trying to save his family and stuff like that in the movie. Just just make that the basis of the movie of him saving his family and stuff like that. I just don't get
Yeah,
it. Because you look at the first Ant-Man movie, you look at the first Ant-Man movie, he was like trying to save his daughter just for Leather Jacket, and that made it stakes, and that made the movie have stakes, and for the movie actually was good. And plus the character of Paul Rudd, Ant-Man just had to be serious for a moment, in moments and stuff like that, and actually just be a hero. And doing that first Ant-Man movie, he was forced to choose to be a hero or still be a crook doing that movie and stuff like that. And plus, like one of the critics on Rotten Tomatoes, boy, you should see these critics on Rotten Tomatoes. They try to save this movie. They try to save this movie real bad too, because they get the audience score as 85%. I said, I said, tell something. Who is these people that are looking at these movies? Because like
definitely
85,
not people like us.
No, these got to be like critics and stuff like that don't got paid. Not oh shut that the critic score went down. The audience score went down to 84%. It went for 85 to 84%. I checked back in 2 days because that score might be lower than that. Is what I think too. Because they got at 49% just from the Rotten Tomato reviews, the people that is critics and stuff like that. This said one of the one of the person that actually did um that had made a movie Rotten, Mark Feeney, he said is superheroosity finally exceeding its shelf life at the movies. God dog. I know it sounds ridiculous, but I think how similar question about westerns would have sounded in Circle 1950. Oh man, shoot, this Ant-Man movie, this Ant-Man movie just might mess it up just for everybody else. Hey, wow. Shoot, if this movie as bad as everybody's saying, this gonna mess up some superhero project just for Marvel. You know that, right?
Yep.
This gonna mess it up. Because like the side characters that was some people probably wanted, it might not come because this movie. And this person, Jenny Kaplan said, whatever you may think of Marvel Cinematic Universe, the tell a good story, Cap, with a amazing special effects, spectacular costumes, Cap is first and foremost essential part of the process. No, it's not. Storytelling is part of the process. It's not the costumes in the special effects. It's the story. Oh, man, this got to be a general honest member.
Yeah, we talking about the story pretty good. That's why for the movie.
Because this lady talking about some um special effects and costume is part of a good story. I say no.
No,
They'll
I have to
think
be
that,
the story to be good. And the
yeah, the
writing.
story. These people are capping, bro.
Yep, great Captain.
Man, and somebody made it. He said Ant-Man the Wasp Quantum is a showcase for visual effects. We've been saying this for the longest. We've been saying this ever since we saw the trailer. They just were visual effects without a good story. And this man said it. Ant-Man the Wasp is a showcase for visual effects. And that's about it. Yes, we was right, multiverse. We was right. We was right.
Yep.
And
Yep. We were.
this look at another franchise that won us his welcome. Oh man. This franchise dead. Just after this movie, this franchise dead. Shoot. That was Paul Rudd. He better go to DC. He better go to DC after this. Because these reviews is not making them look just look good right now. Yeah, I was him. That I'll be calling James Gunn just for a job with him. Because you look at it, shoot, that he probably could work with the Flash up in the movie as Cisco or somebody, or some kind of lab assistant, something like that in the Flash movie. Sound like Cisco or somebody probably working there, and somebody Patrick Patrick McDonald by a radio station person. He said too much going on and not in a positive way. God dog. The barrier between the live actors, I I wonder. I wonder how much digital tech it took to create the world is very thin. And the Star Wars wannabe plot. We were saying,
Yep.
I, we were saying this. We were saying this when we had discussed this trailer. We were saying this that this was special effects look like Star Wars wannabe stuff, and the wannabe plot and atmosphere was formulated and uninspiring. I'm shrinking. Oh shoot, this sad. This movie right here is gonna kill a whole lot of movies in the future. Henry Cavill can't do Hyperion right now. If he want to go to Marvel, he can't do it because this movie right here just not mess up the future. Just new
Yep.
characters. He messed this movie right here just not mess up the future just for a whole lot of new characters. I hate to say it, but it did. Shoot, that's what I seen about it. But the thing about it, everybody just might think I'm just being biased, but me, I'm not being biased. Look at the reviews, listen to the reviews that I'm telling y'all. Because that's what I'm telling y'all reviews from the positive and negative side. And y'all cannot put in the comments that y'all just being biased. Just to one side, because I'm not. Because this person, Rob Dean, that had given it fresh, he said the third Ant-Man installment certainly has some winning elements. What elements? But it feels like it's doing too much while trying to tackle. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Time out. Time out. How is that a fresh comment? They call that fresh comment just by saying the movie doing too much. That's not a fresh comment. That's a rotten one. I don't get how that count is fresh, but shoot, that's Ant-Man movie. Shoot. And plus the other lady, Kathy Woods, she said Majors is a wonderful addition to the MCU. One only hopes that they continue to. This lady right here must ain't watched Loki. Because you heard what this lady said on Multiverse? She said Jonathan Majors Kane is just a major addition to the MCU. Kane been in the universe ever since Loki. Did did she not see the show?
I guess. I guess not.
Because that, if she seen the show, that she would know that on the she would have known that Kane was coming in this movie. If she seen the show, I don't get how she's saying that. I don't get these people sometimes. Just doing Marvel movies because they add brand new just to a Marvel movie. But that's what if this was a DC movie. These suckers know every comic. These suckers know every morality that DC character supposed to do. But they're coming down to Marvel. Sure, you can't find none of them to point out nothing. And that's kind of like the bad thing that I don't like by the critics sometimes that they're not honest about nothing about that. They're not honest. How do you think you might rate this movie when it come on Disney Plus?
Tell truth, I have no idea because I do not actually have Disney Plus.
Oh, uh,
Yeah.
because this movie right here, for me to look at it, somebody they just got to pay me to look at this movie in theaters.
Yeah.
They gotta have to pay me. To look at a movie that is I want to be Star Wars, so you gotta have to pay me. Because my own money will not be going towards this. So you gotta have to pay me that amount of money. to make me look at this movie then suffer through it. Shoot, man, please, shut man. You must gonna shut man. You must gonna pay me this money, a lot of money too. Because thing about I learned about these Marvel movies be long and boring sometimes. Long and boring. And that's kind of like the bad thing I learned too. Just by some of them. Sound like Infinity War and Endgame, they was long and good movies. But like movies like these, it can kill a good franchise.
Oh yeah.
Just for movies that's not good, like in good franchise and stuff like that. Oh,
Uh, I actually think it's actually a good time for me to get to bed.
oh yeah,
I'll catch you later.
oh yeah. I just about to end the I'm about to end the live stream. If y'all want
All right.
to, if y'all want to promote something that's coming up, or y'all
Well,
or
just like how I always been saying. If you want to check out my TikTok, I do have the Multiverse Stranger TikTok page, as well as Stardust SL. I know it's still a work in progress. I'm at least like 164 followers on there. That
okay,
I wouldn't mind for Stardust Cell Gaming to reach 1,000 sometime. But
okay.
yeah, for everyone that follows me as being Multiverse Ranger, follow me on as Stardust SL Gaming,
Yeah.
and I'll try to find you guys too.
Oh, okay. And
Yep.
Dark Barcode, do you got anything coming up?
No, I don't actually.
Uh, um, everybody on YouTube and Twitch, I'll see y'all later and see y'all next time.
Yeah, power protect you.